The following podcast has been brought to you by Audible.com. Sign up now using the URL audibletrial.com/TTV to get a free audiobook of your choosing. We recommend Brick by Brick, How LEGO Rewrote the Rules of Innovation and Conquered the Global Toy Industry. You may recognize this as one of the sources we use in our show, Bionicle Autopsy. Remember, that's audibletrial.com/TTV. Enjoy the show. Oh yeah, I was supposed to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sync. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 151 of the TTV Podcast.
Wait until the number, Vin. Come on.
Don't do this, please.
I need to get it out of the way. It's like some sort of obnoxious pimple. I just need to pop it.
Then say it before I say my spiel.
Hey,
don't say it
speaking
after.
of things that we have to get out of the way. Hey, everybody! For listening to this on YouTube, you are a week behind. Be sure to check out our channel on Vessel at vessel.com/the TTV channel to catch the latest episode of the podcast when it's released for free.
Yeah, it's free. Don't forget.
You don't have to pay anything. It's completely for free.
For free.
Yeah, dude, you don't understand the amount of times people will ask, "Do I need to pay for it?" It's so ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Guys, it's free.
Sometimes I really wonder.
Yeah, the
Wait, no,
podcast
you-
is not part of that paid subscription, yo.
No, you can watch the episode for free. We always encourage everyone to check out our channel on Vessel because Vessel helps us out a lot. It helps the show out a lot. If you want us to keep making podcasts and having a good time, then
help us help you. Help us help.
Why wouldn't you do it? Yeah.
You're like one of
Anyway.
the Vessel things, like
I'll do that.
Vessel's like one of those central town salesmen that are like, "Hello, would you like a pan flip for a thing?" And people just quickly speed walk away.
Flip.
They're like, "Just don't make eye contact."
Flip.
Pan flip.
Oh,
A pamphlet.
It's a leaflet.
No,
Hey, listen. I've heard
went
leaflet
from one
before.
thing we understood to trees.
Episode
No, it's a
151, would you
legitimate.
like a
Well,
It's a
pamphlet?
legitimate
trees.
word. a
Paper
leaflet.
is made out of
Pamphlet.
trees. So
No, it's not. It's made out of tartar sauce and cotton.
Some might say it's made of papyrus.
What?
okay.
You
Anyway,
might
Before
not
this
know that.
destabilizes anymore, let's just introduce ourselves. I'm messing up.
I'm Broderin.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Venom.
I'm Viper.
I'm Takumanuva.
And continue on with your conversation.
Wait,
No,
what,
I'm really confused.
what
Flip,
episode
come on,
number
dude.
is this, Meso?
Oh yeah, TTV 151.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
good grief.
Continue on.
Wow.
So
with
why
your
do you
spiel.
have to have an attitude with everything?
I know.
Why can't you just be
Because
happy? What
that's part
happened?
of my-
What happened
that's
to
part
our
of my charm.
happy-go-lucky, fun Meso? Now you're just a pessimistic jerk.
He got killed when I didn't get
He got
Stringer
killed by
in the final
Pessimist.
wave of Hero Factory. It scarred me
Oh
for
yeah,
life.
by the way, guys, happy 4th of July.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're
I know.
recording. Full disclosure, we're recording this.
I'm
on
sure
the-
Viper enjoys this holiday quite a lot too.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I was
Yeah,
going
this
to
is
give Viper a
Viper's
really
favorite.
difficult time today because it's the 4th. Viper, you
Happy
suck.
Independence from Viper Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
screw you, Viper.
Because Viper
Yeah.
had any influence whatsoever on
You
Password
oppressor. You've oppressed
the
us.
English
You
celebrate
red coat
Happy
villain.
Trader Day.
You people are so funny. I am laughing on the floor right now. I'm dying.
You're
of
laughing.
No, you're
actual
not.
laughter.
You're just being sarcastic. Will you stop lying?
I'm not being
Jeez.
sarcastic.
Enough with
What are
your
you talking
deception.
about?
This is what this day is all about. We're tired
This
of
is
your
raw
crap.
emotion right here.
Raw
You know-
emotion. I'll give you some
You
raw
want to see
emotion.
some raw emotion? Set off the fireworks, Jim!
You know, speaking of patriotism and our patriotistic heart here, you should try to be a little patriotistic towards TTV and try
Oh my
purchasing one of our
goodness.
TTV shirts that are now
Wow.
for sale.
We should actually talk about the shirts for a bit.
No, I don't want no stupid shirt. I want LJ's face.
Yeah, okay.
I am Bar, the walking advertisement.
I don't want to talk about it too much because we do have Bionicle news, but we should address the whole thing that went down.
Oh,
a couple
see,
days
now-
ago.
Why
It-
do we
it's-
keep having to address things like this?
I don't know. We don't
They're
have to,
dumb,
but I think we
Takuma.
should.
It's funny because like our YouTube audience and our Vessel audience that aren't on the message boards probably have no clue at all. It's hilarious. They just got it. They
Probably
just got
not.
an advertisement.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got one video that's like, okay guys, I'm abruptly gonna show my face to you all. Nope! Shirts.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we trolled everybody on the message boards. We'll be real here. We trolled them.
Well,
That's what
also,
happened.
a lot of people figured out what
Full
you were
disclosure.
doing. Like the first comment was,
You were all but merely pawns in our scheme.
No, don't say
Your
that.
parts
That's not
wonderfully.
what it worked
And
out
we
at all.
appreciate it.
You're supposed to be our guy that does PR. What kind of PR management is this?
You see, the fans, some people would say that we exploited you.
I did it
Some
for
would
me,
agree.
Skylar. I did it for me.
Shush. You guys are being mean. No, we decided to have a little fun with the message board members because they're, the more, I wouldn't say dedicated fans, but the more closer fans to us because we usually
They
communicate
have a
with
line
them.
of contact
Yeah.
to them, and we sometimes talk with them, and they do stuff on the message boards. They have communities, and they're really ingrained with our latest up-to-date opinions
Yeah,
and
so
decisions.
so instead of just plugging the shirts, which just came out recently, we kind of wanted to mess around with them a little bit, have fun with the advertisement.
Maybe hype them up.
Unfortunately, we completely underestimated how much of them actually wanted to see LJ's face.
Listen,
So it went
as
from like a
someone
little.
who has seen LJ's face, you guys are not missing much.
Yeah,
It's-
what the heck?
And that's not just being mean.
No,
He's
you're
like a
not.
little white
just a
nerd.
face.
It's literally it's
yeah, you
generic.
take
It's
you
like,
take
He looks like a dude.
You take
You
the
having
generic
fun?
white dude and you put it on LJ, and that
Yeah,
is
I'm not
LJ.
LJ.
Salvi
generic.
Shimmy or something,
I'm a lot
you know.
younger than generic, thank you.
Get it?
Anyway, context.
Oh,
So
goodness.
we decided to play a little innocent joke that spiraled out of control, I guess. But
really.
This was late, like in the middle of the night, like 4 a.m. for me. We were like, dude, let's do the shirts tomorrow. And we were like, really? Let's do the shirts? And I was like, yeah, let's do the shirts. And like, okay, well, how are we gonna do that? Well, let's make I'll make a little teaser image. LJ just got a new mirror. We'll combine that. So I made like it took me like 5 minutes. I made like a little Batman The Dark Knight Rises parody poster of
That
LJ
no one got.
in the mirror. I know, right? It took everyone forever to get that.
Yeah.
But, regardless, it was like a little parody image of that. We can throw up the poster on the video too. If you're an audio listener, just check out the boards. It's in the same topic. You'll find it there. It's pinned globally.
Yep.
And I made a little parody poster, kind of hinting at LJ's new Miru and how that would be a thing. However, I guess people misconstrued the retiring of the old Miru for a new Miru as LJ is now taking off his Miru and showing his face publicly. Which I think the reason they thought that was because a while ago you, LJ, promised that you were going to reveal your face at some point.
I did, and originally I was going to do that in May, because it's no well kept secret that I wanted a new Miru for a long time, and some point along the road, Var, you said that you'd make me one, but I agreed to pay for all the material, the shipping, and the labor, which I did.
Yeah.
Which is what happened.
And so you made the Miru, and I'm like, yes, but it wasn't done in May. And when it was done, it took a while to ship because we were really busy with Vessel. So when it finally got here, it's like, excellent. I'm gonna debut this somehow.
Right. The joke was
Just
that
made sense to combine the announcements.
the joke is that LJ's Miru is his face, guys. That was the
Well,
joke.
it's not the first
Yeah,
time
that
our
was-
fans reacted well, some of our fans have acted negatively, aka TTE.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's fine. No, it's fine. But no, the joke was that his face is literally a Miru. He revealed his new Miru.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I love
But-
it.
And we were gonna launch.
I don't know why anyone would actually think LJ was going to reveal his face for real.
LJ's never gonna reveal his face.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
At this
nope.
point,
You know, there was a rumor, for
Give it
some
up.
reason, there is still a rumor going around that I'm gonna reveal my face at Makuta Fest. I have
Yeah, where
never...
did that come from?
I don't know. I never once said that anywhere. I never said it was going to be at Makuta Fest. I never said it was going to be in July, which it ended up being anyway.
I can only think of one instance where LJ would actually, show his face, and that is highly unlikely to ever occur. But I could see it happening if ever there was to be a TTV convention. And we
not
had a
even then.
panel. Maybe. I'm just
I'd
saying,
have
if
the
there
mask
was
on
ever a
me.
place, that would probably be the only place.
I mean, really, you're gonna have to eat sometime. I don't know if you can wear that mask. for
Not with the new
entirety of that
Miru.
convention.
Well,
It has
that's why I designed the mask.
I know, but
for the
that mirror is also pretty heavy. I don't know if you could wear it for like 3 days at a
Well,
convention.
keep in mind, LJ wears like a ski mask under the mirrors. He could like take that off and just wander the con in a ski mask.
Yeah, that is true.
Wow. That would go over well.
So,
He
alright,
looks like a
okay,
terrorist.
listen, Finn. You think this might be like, you think this is a joke? This is not a joke. LJ's very serious about keeping his identity secret. So
Yes,
it's not just like a thing, like a ongoing. I guess it is kind of an ongoing joke, but realistically speaking, LJ is not going to reveal his face.
Yeah, so unfortunately, because of that misunderstanding, a lot of people sat on the topic for hours waiting for the face reveal.
Hyping it and making ludicrous amounts of hilarious
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, so this is what happened, right? I made this stupid little poster, 5 minutes, at like 4 a.m. in the morning, and I posted it on the boards, made it like a stupid, like, cryptic topic. I come back, I wake up, I check the topic, and there's like 300 posts about people posting LG memes. They were like screaming, "What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for?"
It's
like
like
so amount of time on so and so day. What are we waiting for?
it's like people
And I'm just
editing really graphic pictures of LJ going,
oh my god.
Yeah, I'm just like, what is happening?
Yeah, I've got to say though, there is so much funny artwork that went onto that topic.
There
like
was a lot of funny artwork.
all the
Yeah.
really evil-looking LJ pictures. I swear, 5 Nights at LJ's. It seemed like it kind of went along the same veins as the FNAF teasers.
Mention the members who did it.
Yeah,
Okay,
who was that?
yeah, let me go get the names.
Give
There
him
is one
shout-outs.
specifically that I remember. He's one of my favorite artists on the message boards. His name is Tac20. I think it's Tac20.
120, I think. It's Tac 120.
Yeah, I think it's Tac.
He's
120.
actually
he
one
does
of the
sketch stumps
winners
as well.
for the product showcase giveaway. He won Anua.
Tac.
Nice.
Tac 210.
Oh,
And,
210. Okay, yeah.
yeah, he made a hilarious piece of artwork. It was like expectations and reality. The expectation is that my mask would be unveiled and there'd be like this chiseled face of Raw, just
It's like the
appeal or
Squidward
whatnot.
face from that one episode.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like super serious and model-ish. And then there was the reality where it'd just be Biocraft's back and a little stick figure Minecraft guy waving around an axe.
Yup.
Kordak the Last Makuta made some artwork.
Who was the guy that made the crazy, like, evil LJ pictures? That got kind of creepy.
Yeah, they were quite
funny.
scary.
Kinda creepy.
Yeah, they
Really
got very
creepy.
creepy.
Let me see. I'm looking that up now. We need to just get an LJ fan art topic.
Yeah.
Things
May
could
as
get
well.
weird, LJ.
Yeah,
They will.
Oh
They
no.
have.
Yeah.
They have.
Somebody replies in this topic.
Destabilization.
I know. Listen. I posted that poster. I expected to wake up the next morning and there'd be like 12 posts. No one would care, and then I would post like, "Oh, we're doing shirts," and people would be happy. Instead, 400 people post. There's a bunch of hype for something no one ever planned to do or anything, and then we're like, "Well, great. Now we can't do the actual announcement because everyone's gonna be upset," which is exactly what happened.
Also,
I will be honest. Oh, okay, go first.
the member is Raptor Talon. He made all the creepy LJ photos.
Oh, okay, yeah, Raptor
Nice.
Talon. That's who it was.
I will be honest, when I saw all the hype going on, I
Oh,
didn't
guys,
try
we
to
just sold the
discourage.
shirt just now. Sorry, I mean it's relevant, but like,
Nice.
I just got the email.
Sweet. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody who is helping support us.
You guys are the
Thank
best.
you so
Hope
much.
you enjoy your shirt.
We give it every
Yeah,
shout out to this
one
guy.
shirt.
It's a good
if
shirt.
If he put his contact, like if he put his like username or something on there, I'll give him a shout out.
I think he
let me
probably
see.
did. I know Political Slime did.
Should like take
Alright,
pictures,
yeah,
like
so-
take selfies of wearing the shirt and like post them somewhere.
That'd be
That
great.
would
Yeah,
actually
absolutely.
that would actually be really cool. If
See if
anyone
it
buys a
looks
shirt,
awesome.
if you should totally take a selfie.
Once
with it.
we
That'd be
get
great.
like
Yeah, no,
shirts
definitely.
out, we should have like a competition
Alright,
to make a
well,
calendar.
I don't.
best
Okay,
selfie.
listen. He did not like whoever it was did not actually put his username down, but his name's Jake. So if you're listening, you know who you are.
Shout out to you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you,
You're the
Jake.
best.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So I will admit, I didn't try to like dissuade the hype. So I'm guilty of that. When I saw it going on,
I did. I was like, okay, I find it funny how everyone thinks they know what this is about. I was like, you guys are overhyping yourselves. This is.
Meanwhile, I was posting such suspense.
Yeah,
Mini
you
LJ.
kept contributing to it. You are going to disappoint everybody. They think they're gonna get this like cool face reveal.
Okay.
I'm like,
Okay.
guys,
and
you
then,
guys
like,
have no clue what's
Meso-
happening. Don't get so hyped.
And then everybody was getting impatient, so I posted Patience in Time, the
Oh my
Destiny sniper
gosh.
rifle. And I was like, if you've got it, they'll never see it.
Dude, I saw
That's
that and
the
I
funny
just got
thing.
so mad.
That, two things that are really funny about that is that A, that was very well timed, and B, that's my favorite sniper rifle in Destiny. So it's very
Yeah, I
fitting.
know, right? Very apt.
But Meso, we need to have a talk, okay?
No talk.
Yes,
no, we do need to have a talk.
We need to sit down and have an intervention as a group.
You have started to take in your habit of saying things with absolute certainty to a whole other level.
Yeah, you go on the
Now you're
message
saying
boards.
some
You'll
certainty
say
about
stuff.
us.
You will say stuff on the message boards without talking to us at all.
You are so two-faced, I swear.
You want to go?
So I will.
Yeah, go back to
I did that.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
I don't know.
We're gonna go.
I did that twice, LJ.
Go
And
back to
once,
Batman,
yeah, okay, it was
Meso.
once, yeah, okay, it was pretty bad. With, the shirts. I was like, they'll be out in June, 100%. And they were out 2 days after June, and I was like, come on.
But you had no, like, these shirts are handled by VAR. Like, VAR's been the one that's setting up the storefront and getting all that ready.
Right?
Yeah.
You have no hand in
Yeah.
shirt production at all.
No excuses. That was bad. But the second time, LJ, was when I was like, oh, the mods can totally volunteer on Makuta
On
Fest
the
stream chat.
message boards.
On the message boards, yeah. If I wanted to do it that way, you know, I could.
You really want to say that? You want
I
to say that
could
right now?
leverage that.
You
But-
want to start this argument?
Yeah, I'll start this argument.
Well-
I have the authority to make claims like that, but
Whoa!
I listened
Hold
to
up,
your
whoa.
I listened to your
Whoa,
argument
whoa,
and I
whoa,
stepped
whoa,
back.
Whoa, okay, hold up.
Press the
hold up.
pause button. Press the pause button. Wait a second.
But I listened to your argument and I was like, okay, we can probably keep it in house.
There's a fight of brewing.
Gotta enter
okay,
new
right.
groove this and
Okay,
pause the movie.
LJ, you'll have to
Just-
1v1 me and Idarb to settle this.
Oh, you can stop it.
What's 1v1 you in human
Oh,
resources,
Screw
man?
iDarb.
Okay, wait a minute. What,
Yeah.
Kali, what did you want to say?
No, I was just really like, are we not gonna like address? I thought like it was like a voting thing. I'm pretty sure VAR's the only one here who can say stuff. He has the authority to say stuff like that.
Not group
Well-
decisions, Makuta Fest decisions.
Yeah, I have like no hand in Makuta Fest one bit.
He is the
Okay,
the hand of the shirt.
I withdrew myself out of Makuta Fest.
Voluntary withdrawal.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want any part of this.
Yeah. Speaking of Makuta Fest, we're going to be giving away 2 TTV t-shirts during Makuta Fest, so if you want to win one, you can check it out there.
Yeah, we're giving away.
Giving away one of each
Oh
design.
yeah, we will be giving away two. Speaking of which, I did add just a simple logo T-shirt because people were requesting that. So there's 3 shirts on the store page now.
Oh wow.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah, and
snap,
that
seriously?
that's a T-shirt I have. I think. No,
Bar
I
coming
got
in
a
with the
different t-shirt.
stealth update.
No, it is literally it's just a dark blue T-shirt. It's I think it was called Dust Night, something like that. I don't know. It's just a dark blue
The
T-shirt. with a
Dark
logo on it.
Knight.
Yeah,
Dude,
see,
I
that's
lost my hat a couple.
that looks
there we go.
comparatively dull to the well-drawn artwork, but that
Well,
looks
see-
like a cool t-shirt.
Its simplicity is its
Yeah,
beauty.
I understand the market. And I see. We do have other designs that we're going to be rolling out over time, and they're already done. We're just kind of want to hold them for a little bit, build up some suspense. Although it doesn't seem like suspense has been
Currently
a good
working on
thing for
one.
us. Yeah, you've
Suspense
been
is
the
great.
one you're working on is awesome. I can't wait for
Hey,
that.
whoa.
But so I mean, but I figured with this, it was simple enough that we could just go ahead and stick it up there and not worry about it or anything. It's,
Right.
it's just a simple logo. It's just our logo. And I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't ever buy a T-shirt with just a logo on it. That seems really boring to me. But like, I understand the market behind it. Simplicity.
Right.
I also understand not wanting to have a shirt with like a giant like Tahoe thing on it and like walk around with that, and people are like, "What the heck is that?"
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
this
Yeah, that's
stand
always
for?
my worry. Like, someone's like,
What is the
what's that?
It stands
Okay,
for
I am tired of
stands for
people
hope.
saying that's an. I am tired of people saying that's an S. That wasn't meant to be an S. Okay.
Yeah, come
It's
on.
just like
it's
S.
just
It's
Well,
swirl,
then
but
you
it looks
shouldn't
like
have
swirls
made it look
S's.
like an S. Just saying.
Listen, I all it is it's just flowing lava. I just wanted it to be dynamic and cool. It wasn't meant to be an S. That's just how it happened to look.
S for super
for whatever
Tahu.
reason,
S is for
people
sitter.
not only do people think it's an S, but when someone asked why is it shaped like an S on the topic, I made a joke saying it's a symbol for hope. That was just a joke, and now that's the official reasoning behind it. Apparently, now people are like, "Oh, it's a symbol for hope." That's what it means.
Like now I should be like, no, it's a symbol for nope. That's what nope on my island.
Nope.
It's a symbol for nope. TTV 151 symbol for nope. You're welcome.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
They should have that on the TTV wiki. It's like this
I'm gonna buy that
symbolizes
TTV.
hope.
Hey,
I'm gonna buy that
Symbolize
t-shirt.
nope.
I feel like that's the kind of thing that I should have.
What, the logo shirt?
The logo, yeah. Just to wear.
We need to actually get pictures of us wearing the shirts too. That'll be something we need to add because I do have a picture
Dude,
of
I'm totally ordering that shirt.
Yeah, I've got a picture of me wearing the Tahu Power shirt, but unfortunately the one I own is one that I stress tested for breakage in the pattern. So I can't really I've got pictures of me wearing it, but it's not really a good display of the shirt because the pattern is all broken up and stuff. So I didn't put that on the website.
Yeah,
but,
I think I can probably do that. I'll get a couple of
Wait,
these shirts.
Var.
I'll wear them for really cinematic photos. I'm doing irrigation. Build out that tough guy image. You buy this shirt, you're gonna be tough like me.
Var, what size shirt do you wear?
You're gonna be a wimp.
What size shirt do I wear? I ordered a large originally, but the
oh wow,
ultra
dude,
cotton,
you're fat.
Ow!
I was about to say I'm a medium now, but all right.
All right, good job. You slim down. See everybody what you can do with extreme dedication.
You're a
Thanks,
cool
man.
soul.
A nice normal
You're a
workout
kind
routine.
fellow there.
You can be just like Var and the handsome, slim down person that he is.
I think I might be medium as well, but it's probably much different if it's men's sizes than
See,
Yeah,
the
is.
thing is, the shirts are men's sizes. I'm not really sure about the market for women's sizes. We could theoretically do women's T-shirts, but I don't think there's enough female
unfortunately
fans.
there's not enough
Not to
girls
be
in our fan
sexist,
base.
But literally,
we need to change
it
that.
is
If you
not
want
a
to tell us
profitable-
otherwise, comment and we'll
Yeah.
consider it.
Yeah,
We're
definitely.
perfectly open to
Listener.
doing it if there was enough demand.
I mean,
Right.
men's shirts are unisex, so it's
it's completely
totally
fine.
cool.
Right.
I just have to figure out what size I am.
If
With that
there's a
said,
market,
though,
we will supply. But if there's no market, then it's foolish to spend money on.
yeah,
a market
it's
that
foolish to
doesn't exist.
put the money in towards
Yeah,
getting the
yeah,
shirts if no one's gonna buy it.
I get that. So
But with that said, if anyone is considering getting a shirt, like I was mentioning earlier with the sizes, the Gildan Ultra Cotton, they are fairly generous large fits. So if you aren't sure about the size, make sure to check the size chart because it kind of fits a little large. Usually I get a large for shirts. This a little too big for me, so I downsized to a medium.
I like looser shirts anyway.
yeah, I like.
Yeah,
looser
so I mean,
shirts as well.
it depends.
As
Yeah,
long as the
depends
neck
on-
isn't hanging over my shoulders.
Yeah, that's good.
I hate
like
how
awkward.
shirts are done because I can wear some mediums. I have a friend who's a bodybuilder and he can also wear some mediums. And I'm like, come on, there's no way the same shirt size fits both me and you. That's not you're like, come on, you can't organize this thing better where you can be like, oh wait, this is small and this is medium and this is large. Or like, oh no, some large can fit you and some larges can fit.
It is a little weird how some
Okay,
shirts have.
You know what's even
different
worse though is because with shirt sizes, like small, medium, large, those sizes are very ambiguous. There's nothing specific about small, medium, and large. But I remember this one time when I was buying new jeans, and you're specifically going by the 32, 33, whatever. It's specific inches of the waist and the legs. I grabbed 3 different brands of pants, all that same quote unquote size, and these are actual measurements. Some fit, some didn't.
I hate clothes shopping. I hate it so much. The sizes make me sad about myself.
I hate it too.
I imagine it's even worse because girl clothing, how that's sized, is confusing.
I've heard from all my friends and sisters that those sizes are.
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
it's pretty easy for dudes to buy jeans because we got the measurements for waist and length.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
like in
You're a
women's...
frail little white boy, so.
No, seriously. Like I've told
Some
you guys
body
this before,
shaming
but I don't
going
think I've
down
ever
here in this
mentioned.
episode.
I don't think I've ever mentioned it on a call before. But one time I was going to buy like new work pants, like some decent trousers. And I can't remember if I went to like a JCPenney or Sears or Kohl's or what it was. But I walked in there. We're looking through stuff, and like. One of the employees comes, she's like, "Can I help you with anything?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm looking for some pants in my size." And she's like, "Well, what kind of size are you?" I told her. She just laughed and walked away.
Whoa!
Wow! A+ customer service.
I'm just too skinny and too tall, I guess.
Yeah, I heard that before. I think it was like on a Rooster Teeth podcast where like one of the people there was like, "Oh no, yeah, your limbs are too skinny. Your legs are too skinny.
Your limbs
for your
are too
waist."
skinny.
Yeah. And they're like, "We can't fit your freak of nature." So.
Yeah.
It's like opposite problems for genders at most parts. Like men, you're too skinny. Women, you're too fat. It's pretty much what the media's like. It's like you're too skinny, more muscle. You're too fat, more skinny.
So
If only it was as simple
You're
as
too
like,
fat for your armor.
if only it was as simple as like adding like a BIONICLE add-on. Like you got the CCBS piece, click, and then you get like the
You
new
just click on like a pair of pants.
Yeah, you add an additional armor to the double pin system. Bulk up.
We're coming out with our own shirts. Do you think we'll get any like actual BIONICLE apparel anytime soon?
I hope not, because if that's the case,
costumes.
Lego will probably not like the fact that we also have our own.
yeah.
Yeah, I think like they used to do that. I don't really foresee that happening. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I
they
guess
They're
that's
gonna
not
make
true.
the
Ninjago has
Bionicle
apparel.
shoes again with the pop-off masks. You just like
Except this
click
time
your
they got
heels and
triggers
then
on
they
the-
launch out just
This
like
time
the
they
actual
got
sets.
triggers on the back of the shoe. So when someone's walking behind you, they accidentally kick the back of your shoe. The mask will fly off the front.
Yeah. Like I said, you just click your heels together and then they'll both fly out.
I
Or
would
you get like the
love.
skull basher shoes that you have to like walk with your legs split 5 feet apart. You can't see it right now, but I'm on an exercise ball and I'm wobbling my arms and legs around.
You're on. Wait a minute.
You're
on
on exercise
ball?
ball?
I don't have a
Exercising
chair.
what?
I don't use it for exercise. But fair question.
Wow,
I don't have
that's a
anything
funny
for
image.
exercise. But no, I just
I love
Yeah,
the body shaming going on in this
I
episode. This
use
is
it.
great.
know,
I
right?
use it instead of a chair.
Yeah, man. I'm on
so-
an exercise ball too. It's
Strengthens
pretty.
the core.
So you,
Now I gotta
you don't have a
wonder
chair at
who's-
all.
I
It's just
can
exercise.
feel the power.
Who's got the worst BMI? You or LJ? I gotta wonder.
I literally walk the line between
Listen.
being clinically underweight and not being underweight.
Listen, BMI is complete BS. It doesn't factor in muscle.
BMI, more like BSI.
I'm sure it throws off. I'm sure it throws off your statistics so much, Fly. If not, for accounting for
It does. I am like super ripped, and it's not accounting for that.
Super ripped.
Come at me, scrub. I'm ripped.
Yeah, seriously,
Grumps
the
show.
shirt, it doesn't
I'm
have
so
a tab.
ripped. I've ripped my shirt. Oh no, I gotta buy another one. To the
I'm
TTV
too
store I
sexy
go.
for my shirt.
Yeah, it's like, Viper, you said earlier you hate clothes shopping. I do too, unless it's
Yeah.
on the TTV store.
I'm no part
Talk
of
about it.
this.
The only workout you guys get is with your tongue from talking so much.
I feel like people are probably annoyed. I don't, maybe not, but I feel like there are certain people in the not vocally in the comments, but I feel like there are people in our fan base who might be annoyed with all the plugging that we do.
I'm sure there are,
Yeah.
and I can see why they would be.
I apologize about that.
Yeah,
But you know,
On the other
because
hand, we
it's
do
like-
it ironically more often.
We do it ironically, but at the same time, you kind of have to do it a lot so that it reaches everyone.
Right.
Because
yeah.
it's like we've got like 17,000 subscribers, but not everyone watches every single episode of the podcast or anything. So it's like when we have big things that we need to announce, like Vessel, we have to like make sure that
We gotta
say
like
it.
plug it in.
The podcast is a
Yeah,
good
we gotta-
platform to do so.
guess
Make sure we
Those would be
say
new
it so that
people.
everyone can hear it.
Oh man, I just got a new idea for the RPG. You're gonna keep seeing billboards advertising stuff.
Buy
Yeah.
a
Make a
TTV
perception
armor pack.
check. You
No,
see
literally
something
from
on the
comment
billboard
before.
that says go to audible.com.
Brilliant.
But no, yeah, a lot of times we have to spend the podcast talking about important stuff and info going on with us behind the scenes and not so much news. And that's just, we try to make it as entertaining as possible.
Yes,
Yeah.
you need some water.
Do I?
Yeah, he's like talking like this sometimes.
I'm sick, and I need water.
This city is mine.
I
keep glitching
Look,
out.
guys, it's the Dork Knight.
Dude,
I wonder if Skull Grinder will sound like that.
I have to imagine that Skull Grinder's voice is more like, I'm the Skull Grinder!
Oh wait, no, I forgot. We can't call him that anymore.
Dude, yeah, you have no clue how hard it's going to be to call him his real name now.
Yeah.
Kulta. Or
Kulta.
What if it's not pronounced Kulta? What if it's like Kulta?
Kulta.
I like that better than Kulta, if I'm being honest.
Kulta,
like
because I'm
cool.
cool.
He's going to be like one of those guys that...
Kulta man. Ooh, yeah.
But Kulta. Oh.
It's like he's trying to sound like really cultural, so he's like whenever there's like a word that has like a different like language, he tries to add an accent to it.
That's great.
Fails. Hello everybody, my name is Kulta, and I have a friend named Pueblo. And we go out and we ride horses.
That's Skull Basher's real name.
Pueblo.
I need some tea.
No, wasn't that the protector? No, that was
Yeah, no, Pierre was protected.
Pierre. Yeah, Pierre.
Pierre.
I'm Pierre. Hey everybody, my name's Pierre.
Well, look. At first I was going to be like, well, it's gonna be kind of hard to call him Kulta. Am I really gonna bother? And then I thought, yeah, I am. Because you know what? Leo gave him a name. We've wanted names.
Yeah.
So we owe it to them to use it.
No, I'm definitely gonna call him Kulta. The thing is, it's like it's so awkward how they do it though, since like now they're too afraid to put the names on the marketing stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is this the same process as before, where they had to go through like all the legal hoops and stuff to get this?
Like,
name approved?
I mean, I'm
Probably.
sure they still do.
I'm sure they did. I think they just don't put it on the marketing stuff because it's a little too confusing. But it's just the way they go about it though. It's a little awkward because like we spend these months learning that or associating this set with the name Skull Grinder. So when we finally do get a name, it's kind of hard to change that.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to calling him Skull Grinder. But with that said, I think Kulta's a pretty cool name though. So
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
Kulta.
definitely not complaining. I'm glad he has a name.
Yeah.
I just wonder if that's going to be the norm from now on. Probably.
It's probably
I mean,
going to be the norm.
chances are the only places we're going to hear it are the Lego catalog where we found out about it, the animations, and the books. Which books? I'm so excited for those.
Yeah.
Probably not even the animations.
Yeah, I don't know.
Watch
So
out!
it's
Maybe
even
one.
one.
The Skull
You gotta wonder if it's
Grinder.
gonna be the same guy doing the voice for all of these guys too.
It
It
totally
is.
will.
It is.
Yeah,
We-
it definitely will be. The
that-
Skull Villains
that was
probably won't have
confirmed.
voices. It's just the Skull Grinder. Kulta.
It's
I
probably
mean, they
just
gotta
like
at least probably have like grunts and stuff. Yeah, like grunts and snarls.
Well, I'm sure they'll have snarls, but it'll all be the same voice actor because we already had that part confirmed.
It'll be
by
like
our
the
own man.
Skrull and Tuma.
it'll be like Bionicle Heroes when they all have the same generic voice, even though
So
it's a
the-
male voice and some of the things are female. So.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So the thing about the commercial that confused me though is like, well, it didn't really confuse me, but it did kind of confirm a few things, like because
Confused me.
Because Kulta, we now know that Kulta is like running the shot, sort of. He's not necessarily just another horde villain.
He's not the big bad, but he is a unique
Or calling-
dude, and he
calling
does have
shots
an
are
running the
agenda.
show.
Shut up, Takuma. I will hit you.
Running the shots. That sounds like a new drinking game.
I hate you. Stop it. You make me feel bad.
He's all
Worse
about
than Ben
destroying the
critiquing my
masks
body.
of power.
But no, it's like, so we know that Kulta's kind of pulling the strings. Completely different reference.
There are no strings on me.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
But so like he has his own consciousness, at least so it seems. But from the commercial, we saw that like Tahu kicks Kulta, he loses the mask of creation, and suddenly all the other Skull villains disintegrate.
I imagine that was to save time.
That bothers me.
Yeah. So the thing, yeah. We don't really know like what is just the commercial for the sake of being an
actually,
advertisement,
I
or
take
what
that
is.
back. Maybe
Oh.
maybe that's how all these essentially dead things are being risen. He's using the mask of creation to put
Yeah,
them back
maybe
together.
that's what.
That's
the
what it
Mask of
seems
Creation
like,
is.
but is the Mask of Creation creating these enemies, or is it like rising dead beings?
That sounds more like a
It
mask
sounds.
of life thing.
It kind of
Yeah.
looks like.
It would seem like that, yes.
It kind of looks.
But like Sorry, Viper.
It kind of looks like he's just taken bits of dead bodies and created like undead kind of cronky wonky. Sorry,
Right. So like cronky wonky.
Yes.
Undead cronky wonky.
It seems plausible. I'm just not sure because we do not know what the Mask of Creation actually does.
I think the one thing that kind of dismantles that theory would be Skull Slicer, because isn't Skull Slicer the only one not reanimated by Kulta?
Yes, that was Skull Slicer is brought back by laws. To which I said, "What?"
Yeah, like what? What's happening?
Looks like Kulta's got a cult with law.
Yeah,
I'm glad that Loss is back
Still
because
relevant.
I felt like his usage was a little lame. So I'm glad he's actually back in the story. But it's kind of weird that like out of all the Skull villains, a single one is controlled by Loss versus why not just all of them be controlled by one person?
Is this an individual, or is it like some of the other ones where it's...
Skull Slicer is an individual because we did get a description about the character. He actually existed a long time ago. He was an ancient warrior. The
But we don't know
theory
if
that
he
we
has a
had.
name.
No,
Yeah, we don't know
A
if he has
given
a name.
name, rather.
We don't know if he remembers his
The
name. He likely had a name.
descriptions or something else, I forget what, referred to him as the Skull Slicer, like with a capital "the," like that was a title.
Yeah.
This description, it doesn't capitalize it, but they're like, long ago, the Skull Slicer was an unbeatable arena champion. He was basically a
you gotta
celebrity.
think. Imagine if that was his arena name. How do you think he got it?
Oh.
Slicing and
By grinding
dicing.
skulls.
Slice and dice, he was a master chef.
Which
my
is
gosh.
cool though because
Iron
like that's
Chef.
actually the theory that we had in 2 episodes ago. I think at 149 we were just like what if they're just old Latorian basically or gladiators. So I mean that seems like that's actually a plausible theory now at least for Skull Slicer. So that's
Plot
cool.
twist. Okoto used to be Spherus Magna.
Oh my gosh! Don't do this.
Continuation
That'd be-
confirmed. Skull Slicer is Glatorian.
Can it?
Further plot
Listen,
twist.
listen.
Skull Slicer's Malum.
All I'm saying is that there's
Great.
all I'm saying is that there's a Mask of Time. So I mean, there's a Temple of Time. So I mean,
all
it's
I'm
not
saying.
necessarily incorrect or implausible.
Yeah,
But,
timeless masters.
It's mostly implausible.
Yeah,
If you
let's
want
keep it mad at us for the
my
body.
theory about why Loss is back, I think it's just something they decided to do to explain his Skull Spider mask. I think that's all it is.
know, I don't think so. I honestly think that
doubt
after
that.
we talked to Merlin Mann, he really fought for our right to more Skull Spiders, specifically Loss, and he really campaigned for us.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had this planned for a while. Whether what came first, the set or the story plot, I'm not really sure. But like we know that we have we've already got the title for the next book,
Yes.
and that obviously involves the Skull Spiders. So I mean, it seems
back.
likely that they already knew that Loss is coming back at some point.
Quite right.
But with what you said regarding the Mask of Creation, Viper, that does possibly give us a bit more info into how the mask might work.
Well,
Because maybe
I'm guessing.
maybe instead of just bringing things like just creating things out of nothing, it has to have something to start with, like a base.
Yeah,
It's probably like that build
I just thought
mode
of
you
something
get in
really
Travelers, whatever you call them, Travelers Tales games, where you focus and you can pull the parts and the tools from your environment and like construct something in your mind's eye.
Right.
You want to know something that totally isn't happening but would be totally creepy to explain why
What?
Skull's... He's not actually reanimated like the other ones. The Lost just has a bunch of like really tiny skulls go in and kind of inhabit
that
the
would
corpse,
be
and they're
actually
making
really
all the
cool.
muscles move.
Like Zactan.
So it's
Yeah.
like nanobots basically. The little
Basically,
the
yeah,
little
like
skull
it's
spiders
reanimated,
nanobots.
but it's being reanimated by a bunch of little creatures inside, just pulling the muscles back and forth.
Skull Slicer is Zactan confirmed.
No, Skull Zactan was made up of little things. This thing just has little things infesting
working
it,
for
making
it, yeah.
move.
That's my new headcanon,
Oh.
thanks Takuma.
So wait,
like
kind of like
lice.
the hunters in Halo
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Just like the
Yeah.
hunters.
Basically.
with the let go low worms.
Let
But,
go
um,
low. Let go low.
Let
Let
go
go
low.
low.
Legolo worms.
Lego my Legolo.
Legolo,
When you
Legolo,
smash it, you just see a
Gigolo.
swarm of spiders crawl away.
I like how whenever we have like a joke we just keep repeating it as if it's going to get funnier the more we say it.
Legalo.
Some of it is like
Legalo.
we want to say it.
Well, we've had
It's
LJ
kinda
for
like-
how many episodes?
I mean, I think a part of it is like
I'd say that would be more accurate.
Good.
I would say that'd be more
like
accurate
that.
if you were talking about Meso.
Yeah.
Meso's the one who repeats things. LJ doesn't.
Yeah, but Messo's
Last
is one
night.
who thinks he's funny.
Last
I'm
night,
trying to
last
turn that around. Actually, I mentioned like an episode or two back. I'm gonna start, being a more respectable member of the podcast community.
BS.
Oh, what?
Oh, one.
Oh, one a day.
I said I was gonna try, not
Makuna
succeed.
Fest coming next week.
Yeah, regarding
line.
the mask creation, I was kind of thinking like the reason that it brings back dead bodies is because if it's in the wrong hands, they have the potential to create more, like messed up creations. So whereas Akimu, he could do it, but it's morally wrong to bring up dead bodies and like mix bodies together. And that's why he
Fair
didn't
enough.
use it for that. But I'm also asking, like, to myself, what species are the skull slicers and people like that? Because they don't look like protectors. They're taller than protectors. So, was
that's
there
really
like a race
confusing.
that got wiped out or something that lived in the
I think
ancient
that
city?
is the implication,
like
yeah.
the Forerunners. They
Yeah,
just
pretty
left
much.
their buildings behind.
Because there's
Yeah.
like two
I
options.
don't know.
Either they're Toa, which I doubt, or they're a new race who got wiped out.
Yeah,
They have to be a completely different race. There's no way they're just protectors.
I think they're a different race specifically because of their unique ability, or at least so far unique ability, to take elemental power out of the masks to use for themselves. It's been
Yeah.
confirmed that that's what they're doing with those masks and why
That
they're
is in the
partially
comics.
translucent.
Yeah.
They grab them and they start sucking the elemental power out of them.
So they're like vampires. Slightly.
Kinda.
Interesting.
Cool stuff.
They kind of remind me of Makutas, actually, because they
Actually-
absorb light and
Wait a
energy.
second. I think that may just be a comic thing, because it specifically calls out Kulta's staff as having that power. His mask stealer's staff gives him the power to corrupt them and drain away their elemental power.
We've seen this in several other sources. The descriptions on LEGO Shop at Home. By the way, sets are on LEGO Shop at Home everywhere except North America.
No.
I'm just
Man,
saying, I
Happy
don't know
July
about
4th,
that.
everybody.
Yeah,
yeah.
We get
I don't
freedom
doubt that,
released
so
from
I
the
know
sets.
that you're just going off the info you have, but it's weird that they would call out Kulta's staff if they all have that power inherently.
I mean, just because he uses the staff to drain it doesn't mean the staff is what actually creates
Interesting.
that power.
Yeah,
power
Kulta
Mask
also remember-
stealer's
He-
staff
just by
gives
the
him
focus.
the
Yeah,
power.
his does it actually say it gives him the power?
Direct quote.
Yeah, also, who is Kulta? Like, where is he in the story? Is he working for Loss, or is Loss working for him?
Well,
like, Loss is
yeah,
like...
that's
Definitely-
confusing.
Definitely Loss working for him. It's been stated he is stronger than Loss.
Yeah, Loss is like, hey, boss, we need you, and he's like he takes off his glasses, he's just like,
We don't.
I think
it's
Just
time.
because he's stronger doesn't mean he's working for
I
him.
think they're like Kreka and Nadiki, and they're like doing.
I'm stronger than
Makuta's
you.
bidding.
You're not working for
Or
me.
he could be like Pterodax,
False not.
like kind of like a
You're
higher up
100% I'm
power.
totally stronger than you.
Yeah, I think
Well,
Makuta's
Well, I
the
mean,
big
like,
bad here.
I guarantee you that both of these people, both Loss and Skull or Kulta, are working for Makuta.
Yeah.
More or less.
Pretty confident.
Chances are
but-
there's some cult, which
I
is
would
why he's
actually
named
prefer it if
Kulta.
they were working
Probably.
for someone else we don't know yet. Just saying.
I mean, that could be possible too, but it seems like we don't. Well,
It's
we don't really have enough
logical.
information right now to judge either way. But it just seems, from what we've been presented so far, it's more likely that they work for Makuta.
Yeah, that's a general assumption.
That's the assumption we can make now until proven otherwise. But I don't know. It is interesting. But see, like, is there any mention of the other creatures being able to steal mask power? I mean, like,
Yes.
we
Yeah.
know
Descriptions.
they can. Because it's featured in the box art, it's featured in the comics, every single promotional image of them, they're stealing mask. It includes a physical mask with the power being drained out of it. So, we know that they can all do it.
Maybe Kulta gave them the power of the staff, kind of like enchanted them with the power of the staff, and then they can like go out and...
Probably.
Because
I'd
that
buy
would be
that.
more effective, like, just take out all the tur by using these, like, proxies, and then use the power to, like, in all of them to suck the mask power out, because otherwise it's
Sounds
Kulta.
right to me.
You know what happened to Kulta in the commercials?
Oh yeah, you got destroyed.
He got wrecked.
You got like
Now-
Tahu did a spinning 360 kickflip and like knocked him down.
Now, that's another interesting thing. We know now that these masks, the partial colored masks, are drained masks, or at least half drained, depending on how much is translucent, how much is gold, depending on what you get. We got a mask of fire that is 100% translucent orange.
Same with
What
Mask
does
of
that
Water.
say?
Same with Mask of Water.
Fully drained.
Well-
Arguable, but yeah.
I don't know. That's a good point, because I'm not really sure if that would count, since it wasn't like widely available.
I was gonna say,
It wasn't-
are either of those canon?
Yeah, I'm not sure those are canon masks. They might be, for all we know, but like I'm not sure since those were so exclusive.
Yeah, granted, on the flip side, we don't know if these are canon either, because while they exist, we don't know if they'll be implemented. You get what I'm saying?
Well, we kind of do, since all the descriptions are hinting at them stealing the powers of the masks.
Yes, hinting. However, it's kind of one of those. In the trailer, Tahu fights Kulta. Bam, we're done. And
Yep.
even
That's just a
when
trailer.
there was an
But
extended
yeah, but that's
trailer.
just advertisement.
That's just a
though.
toy trailer.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah,
to sell
that's true.
toys.
Just went and checked the descriptions. None of them say anything about stealing the power of the masks, except for Warrior. All the others just say steal the masks, rip them off,
Interesting.
etc. But Warrior specifically says rip off their masks with the hook blade and channel their elemental power to awaken more of the Skull Warrior's undead comrades.
What in the
So
world,
maybe they're
dude?
using the
How does
elemental
that
power.
happen?
Wait, yeah, what? What is?
How does that even
What
work?
power is he stealing?
I don't know what
Kabaka's
this dude
apparently.
can do, but
Okay,
he's probably just like acting as a fuel source for Skull Grinder. Like he
Just-
has this horde. I mean, Kulta. He has this horde army that's out there, like stealing the masks and funneling their power back to him, so he can channel that into the Mask of Creation to pull.
This is
more.
all really confusing.
okay.
This is so
just a little theory crafting here. The energy itself is more or less generic. It's the energy in that specific mask. It's how that specific mask uses the energy.
Yeah, it's kind of like electricity.
Because
Like it
their
goes into like a blender or like a cooker, and it doesn't show that it's electricity.
It's the
but-
same energy, but it's
Yeah,
accomplishing different
it's
things.
used-
Right, it's like
I mean,
conducting it.
Yeah,
That's actually a very good idea. Like they're
It's
only
just
called
it's just a
mask
random
of
theory craft.
they're only called mask of X element because they're shaped like mask of X element, but they actually just do the exact same thing and amplify elemental power.
That'd be funny.
No, there's that too.
I don't know.
If that is the way it works.
That'd be
so-
interesting.
So the thing is, are all the horde enemies? Oh, see, this is really confusing because we still don't know whether these are being created by the Mask of Creation or if they're just being risen from the Mask of Creation.
Yep.
Because if they're being created, like we could maybe like theorize that maybe we have the original warrior, the original slicer, and the original basher. These are real beings that existed a long time ago. They were risen from the dead, and then the Mask of Creation can create duplicates of them.
Clones.
Yeah, clones.
It's
But
literally
there
Clone
is
Wars.
a tangible, real figure
Yeah.
that it creates it from. So that might be a theory. But if they're, I don't know, if all the hordes are just being risen, then they just look the same. It's just Stormtrooper syndrome.
Yeah. Man, I'm
So-
so excited for this book. The next book
Yeah, I
that's
know,
going
right?
to come out is going to answer so many questions.
Now we're really getting into story stuff. The fact that we can have debates about like the plausibilities of whatever. This is good stuff.
I still don't understand why people thought how they
Listen.
were expecting us to have a story from the first
We
wave.
are such a bunch of
Listen.
nerds.
It's a perfectly
Yeah.
reasonable.
It is not
No,
reasonable.
it's
A
not.
single
It's not
wave?
reasonable.
Where are you going to get story from?
The first wave.
From what? It's just a single wave. There's no conflict
it's
yet.
like there's an
story of
island.
the
There's
first wave
people on
was
this
literally a wave of
island.
spiders.
There are other things that attack the people on the island. The people that attack the people are dead.
The story for the first
basically.
wave was get the masks. The story of the first wave could have been discover what's going on, why it happened, figure out your enemy.
That's too much.
fight
That's
him.
the second
That's
wave
going
isn't
too
out yet.
far in. Like that's like showing
Yeah, that's
up
going
for
too
halfway
far
through
when
a
we don't have a
movie.
second
You're
wave.
I don't
like,
know.
what's
It's
going
like-
on?
Why couldn't they have structured it around where they released a book in, I don't know, April instead of waiting till August?
Because what's going to be in the book?
Because
First
no one
wave.
likes your ideas.
There's no
Mesa.
conflict
Instead,
yet.
the first book is going to come out post Summer Wave, and is either going to have
No,
to rush
no,
to
hold
get
on.
through
Listen,
Wave 1
listen.
to get
I
into
don't-
Wave 2.
There's no
Which is
conflict
Wave
to
1.
make a book about, though.
There could have
The
been.
only conflict was that there were skull spiders, and that's what caused the Toa to be summoned. But once the Toa arrived, the skull spiders are weak. They can't stand a chance against the Toa. So how are you going to craft a story out of this conflict where there is no conflict?
I
The
don't know.
Toa just
It
wrecked the
sounds-
skull spiders.
It sounds like it's
Okay, listen,
fundamentally
I don't
flawed from the start,
think-
and perhaps
I don't
could have
That's not-
used
that's
some
a
rework.
single way.
necessarily- The book doesn't necessarily have to follow the conflict presented in the sets. The book could revolve around the Protector's life before the Toa came up, and what led them to summoning the Toa.
This is for kids,
That
though.
won't happen.
This is for kids.
Listen,
That's gonna bore everyone.
I don't think so. But I don't think the argument should not be if the first wave needed the book, because I think they could have released a book in that first period and done it. But the argument is that people are saying that your argument was that people were saying that there wouldn't be any story, judging only by the first wave, and you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And we are getting story now, and we're going to be getting more stories as time goes on.
Agreed.
Where they should have released that book, that can be argued about, but we'll never actually know what could have been that book. Because it
this
wasn't
is the
written.
present. Let's be grateful for what we have, which I am very grateful.
Well, maybe
Right.
they have like a certain amount of books that they can only have. Like for this wave, they can only have 5 books. Like
Certainly
what
possible. It's
happened in the
possible it's based
Legends.
on their
Yeah, it
contracts.
happens before.
Publishing.
But I do honestly agree with Meso in saying that if they wanted to, they could have released a book earlier and written the whole story, and it doesn't need to be based around just the conflict of the Toa and the Skull Spiders. It's a book. The book can have more elements in it that we don't know about. We don't know the full extent of Bionicle's story. After the end of this year, we can maybe look back and say, okay, they could have expanded upon this plot line and done that as a book earlier this year. We don't know enough about the story because we're not in that planning stage.
All I'm saying is, if they released a book where there was no conflict and there was only world building, it would bore kids trying to read it.
No,
There can
I'm
still
not
be
saying
conflict.
I'm not saying only world building. They can still have conflict. It just doesn't need to be the conflict
From what,
related
though?
in the
Let's
sense
picture.
What?
Okay,
explicitly.
look. I promise
Now
I
listen,
won't talk too
what
much.
you're saying, Var, is that you're putting this book into the terms only in the sets. You're like, the book can only
Well,
go
yeah,
on
because that's what they're
in the sets.
selling.
Look,
I'm
That's the
not
product. The sets are the
saying that
product.
the
Of
book
course,
can go
Of
beyond
course,
that.
the other thing would be focused on the sets.
how many
The
chapters
book
did
can go
like the
beyond
average
that.
Bionicle
There could
book
be a lot
have?
of stuff that happens. We only
let me
follow the
check.
Toa.
Yeah, how about-
Don't know what happens to protectors while the Toa are fighting skull spiders. What happens around that? It's not world building specifically. It's still based around the conflict. It just doesn't have to be straightforwardly the conflict we see in the sets. The book can expand on more things. That's why
Okay,
it's a
so
book.
I get so okay. If it followed the Protectors, that'd be different. That'd be
Right.
interesting, actually.
right.
I mean, I don't know that this is exactly what Kahi's saying, but I just want to throw out there, raid on Vulcanus.
Yeah.
Never read it. Wouldn't know.
Yeah, same.
They're approximately.
It was Ferris Magna
Yeah.
before Matanui ever showed up.
Yeah.
How many chapters?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like,
It doesn't really fit into what
but-
Kahi's saying
right.
because there's a pre-established conflict that's already going
I mean,
on.
I don't really think chapters matter. I think page count matters. Word count matters.
know.
Oh no, you're right. I'm just asking chapters because I wanted to do something. How many chapters?
10 chapters.
I think so. Book set size usually
LJ?
have like 10 chapters.
Well, to be honest, it kind of varies. Because Bionicle Legends 10 has 5 chapters, not including the epilogue and prologue. Bionicle Legends 11, the one directly after it, has over 7.
Okay, I'll do 7 as a benchmark.
No,
Okay,
5 to
just,
10 chapters then.
Real quick, here's a proposed outline for book in Wave 1. 7
Oh,
chapters. Book
here we
chapter
go.
1, prologue. Yeah, whatever.
Prologues aren't the
Prologue
first chapter. Prologues are
Prologue.
Prologues are prologues.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, before you even
The
start, I'm
first
just going to say that
prologue.
Kahi already made a decent point. If we had a book establishing, following the Protectors before the Toa even arrive on the scene, if we had a book following the Protector story, they're living on the island and the Skull Spiders attack. That's our conflict. That's fine.
Yeah, the
Not what I'm
attack
talking
of the
about.
Totally
skull
do that.
spiders.
Right.
Yeah,
you know, like, when you do the autopsy,
that could
like,
hold up a
being
book.
driven
That's
from
not
it.
what
And
I'm
that could
talking
also
about.
include the world building, too.
I'm saying that you could still do a book about Wave 1 and it would be sufficient.
I know, and what I'm telling you is that you don't have to do this because Kai's already provided an example of where it could be efficient. What you're doing is unnecessary.
I don't think anyone wants to hear it.
Yeah, no one wants to hear your
Aw.
weird thing.
Fine.
That's harsh.
Boom.
No one wants to hear your story. That's the
Pummeled
song.
into
And before comments are like, I want to hear Messo's thing.
Of course.
You know it. They absolutely will.
Meso, write it up, put it on the message boards.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, put it on the message board.
Yeah, it's NaNoWriMo. Camp NaNoWriMo is this month.
I don't want to write
But
the
yeah.
book. I wanted to do an outline.
You should. No,
No,
like,
we don't. We don't need your outline because the whole point of your outline is to try to
I
make
hear
this
you. You're
argument.
right. You're right.
But I already conceded. Yeah, Kai brought up a good point.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Well, there was one more thing I wanted to mention from the description. I find this funny. Skull Grinder is called the evil Lord of the Skulls.
turns
So
out
I
that
find
Skull
that funny.
Spider, Loss, and Kulta have like a rivalry. It's like, no, I have the name of the Skull Spiders. No, I have the name of the Skulls. You can shove it.
I am the Lord of the Skulls. Well, I am the Lord of the Femur.
Ah!
Wow.
I bet you expected that to be humorous.
No, I wasn't trying to be funny. I'm pointing out the
Really
stupidity
tickled
of
my
that.
funny bone there.
Why are you guys being so mean?
This is no, they're making skeletal references.
Really? This is the one time I hope you'd go up on stage and break a leg.
I wonder if, the one year
Silence.
that
I
BIONICLE
loved
is based
it.
on Messo's
I
motif
loved it.
is the one year that everybody decides that Messo's opinions are just... I really think the conflict of everybody on this podcast.
Look,
Until Messinek has played
listen,
they wanted to
Darksiders
appeal to
1 and
Messo,
2,
and
he
then
cannot
Messo
call
was
himself.
conflicting of everybody
It's
else.
not Messo's
I
opinions
love it.
that are wrong. It's how he presents them. That's
yeah, that's my problem. I'm like too in your face.
You're
I'm
too
like,
challenging.
wrong,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're trying too hard to fight people.
You're like,
Listen,
hey,
I feel like
listen.
We were all
Hey.
here. We're all here on time.
Hey,
the
listen.
moment they announced that the summer wave was going to be about skulls, I became personally invested. Like, more so than ever before. I have a personal stake in this line's success now.
Did you say steak?
I did say stake.
When you think about it, when
did.
there's so much steak, I love steak.
I love steak.
Yep. No, that's pretty much all.
Meso, can I have
Get some more
steak?
steaks up in here. I need some more steak. This story isn't good. We need more steak.
More steaks.
Steak.
More steak.
Sauce.
Higher
Yeah.
steaks.
Such
Let's
steaks.
get some meat on those bones.
Freaking love steak.
We're doing it again. We're saying it
Repeating the
multiple
joke. Yeah,
times.
steaks. We need more steaks.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you first time. What was that?
Steak.
Steaks, LJ. We got more
okay.
steaks.
All right, I got it now.
Steaks. TTV shirts. Buy our shirts. Buy our products. We should just have subliminal messaging throughout the podcast from now on. Like, in the middle of a conversation, we're just like, buy our products. Buy our products.
How is
Buy
that subliminal?
it. Buy it. Buy
Because it'll be like the pitch will be lowered down so that you can
Right,
only
right, right.
just
Oh my
barely hear it out of
gosh.
like one ear.
Or you do like those fraction of a second flashes in the video.
yeah. We'll have flashes in the video.
Yeah, put up a picture. Put up a picture of like Hypnotoad and be like, buy it. Buy it.
Yeah, would you kindly purchase our products?
Buy it.
That was a Bioshock reference.
I like it. I like it.
Put a
Stuff.
picture of Borak with buy it all, it must be bought.
Buy it all. It must be bought.
I like that one.
That's actually, I like.
T-shirts.
That's a great slogan.
Buy it
If
all,
we ever have a
must be bought.
sale, that's what our slogan will be. Buy it all, must
Yeah,
be bought.
the
That's
Borak
awesome.
Fire.
Anyway,
All
let's
right.
wrap
Yeah, it's pretty
Yep.
much time we end. So.
Yeah.
Thank you all very much for listening to episode 151 of the TTV Podcast. Stay tuned for Makuta Fest 2015. Well, actually, by the time this comes out, on YouTube it'll be already over, but on Vessel, check it out, July 11th, 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time. You know, all the other time zones in the description. It's gonna be a fun time. We're gonna be giving away summer sets. So that's
Yes.
cool. Like, yeah, 2 summer sets with the grand prize raffle, as well as sets from the Winter
TV
Wave
shirts.
as well. So it's going to be a grand old time. Please be sure to comment, like, rate, favorite, subscribe. Continue to follow us on Vessel. Check out our t-shirts. Check out our Audible. Stuff's
Got our
good.
store,
Plug.
basically.
We will see you all next
A lot
week.
of options.
Still
A lot of
good.
options.
A lot of options. After show, we're doing all this exclusive
Oh
stuff.
yeah, keep
yeah.
in mind if you're subscribed to the our Vessel paid subscription, you'll have access to our after shows that I will probably try getting up soon. But soon. But yeah, we do have about 20 minutes of after show after the podcast that we'll have up there. So that's some extra supplementary content for the people that have paid subscribe.
Maybe in the after show, Meso, maybe you can give your outline. If you really
there you go. You can give your outline in the after show.
It's exclusively on Vessel for subscribers.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Here's a really great point that I have to make in a debate. Stay tuned. If you pay $3 a month, you can hear
Buy our products.
Buy our products.
Must be bought.
But no. Thank you all for listening, and we will see you next week for another exciting episode of the TTV Podcast. Yeah, exciting. Massive sarcasm quotes. I'm messing it.
Exciting.
I'm Viper. I will kill you.
I'm messing it.
Viper, you done it.
I'm messing it.
I'm Barneran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kai.
I'm Venom.
I'm Viper.
I'm Takumanuva.
And farewell, everyone.
Goodbye. No, but for real though, if you wanna buy the shirts, go and do it. If you don't want to,
poor college students.
If you don't want to, you're missing out on a whole lot of awesome songs.
I want this to be my actual
I
job.
like how you guys wanted to do more plugging. I was trying to be like, well, you don't have to do it.
But I
just
like
do it if you want to. And then you guys are just like, no, do it, totally do it.
I said nothing.
I like plugging.
Buy our stuff. Goodbye, everybody.
The choice is yours.